Reprobate as adjective, morally condemned or disapproved of, unprincipled or depraved. His reprobate behavior caused him to lose his job. The church leaders denounced the comedian's reprobate jokes. She was known for hanging out with a reprobate crowd. The teacher had to deal with a few reprobate students in her class. The politician's reprobate actions led to his downfall. Cadaverous as adjective, having the appearance of a dead body, especially a pale, emaciated, and corpse-like appearance, relating to a corpse or dead body. The old man's face was cadaverous, with sunken eyes and hollow cheeks. The patient's skin was cadaverous, with a pale and sickly complexion. The abandoned house had a cadaverous look, with cobwebs and dust covering every surface. The actor used makeup to create a cadaverous appearance for their role as a zombie in the movie.
The sound of the wind howling through the empty streets gave the city a cadaverous feel.
Pristine as adjective, pure and uncorrupted, unspoiled or untouched. The pristine snow glistened in the sunlight. The park was kept in pristine condition by the staff. The beach was so pristine that it looked untouched by human hands. The company strives to maintain a pristine reputation. The car's pristine condition made it a valuable collectible. Diminutive as adjective, insignificant or minor in comparison to others, small in size or stature. She was a diminutive woman, standing only 5 feet tall. The company released a new line of diminutive laptops that are perfect for travel. The diminutive kitten struggled to climb up onto the couch. His diminutive height made him an easy target for bullies in school. The garden was filled with diminutive flowers that added a pop of color to the landscape. Cavalier is adjective, behaves in a haughty or dismissive manner, indifferent to the feelings or concerns of others. His cavalier attitude towards safety resulted in several accidents on the job site. The politician made cavalier promises without any plan to back them up. The manager's cavalier approach to finances put the company at risk of bankruptcy. The actor's cavalier behavior on set caused tension and delays in filming. The student's cavalier attitude towards studying led to poor grades. Esoteric as adjective, intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interest, known or understood by only a select few. The writer's work is often criticized for being too esoteric and difficult to understand. The group's teachings were esoteric and known only to a select few. She has an esoteric interest in ancient languages and scripts. The software's interface can be esoteric for those who are not familiar with it. The professor's lectures on quantum mechanics were esoteric and hard to follow for most of the students. Fallacious as adjective, based on a mistaken belief or invalid argument, deceptive or misleading, containing or characterized by a fallacy, erroneous or faulty. The argument made by the politician was fallacious, full of logical errors and false assumptions. The scientist's hypothesis was fallacious, as it relied on a flawed understanding of the underlying mechanisms. The advertisement made fallacious claims about the effectiveness of the product, which were not supported by any evidence. The conspiracy theory was based on fallacious reasoning, drawing conclusions without any factual basis. The student's essay contained fallacious reasoning, demonstrating a lack of critical thinking skills. Meticulous as adjective, extremely careful, precise, and attentive to detail, showing great attention to detail and accuracy. He was a meticulous editor who left no grammatical error uncorrected. The builder was known for his meticulous attention to detail and quality craftsmanship. The chef was meticulous in his preparation of the meal, ensuring that every ingredient was perfect. The accountant's meticulous record-keeping saved the company from an IRS audit. The artist's meticulous brushstrokes brought the painting to life. Base as adjective. Not genuine or authentic. Not morally respectable. Her argument was baseless, with no evidence to support her claims. His base instincts led him to make the wrong decision. The politician's remarks were base and offensive, causing widespread backlash. The movie was criticized for its base humor and crude jokes. The athlete's base level of fitness allowed him to easily complete the marathon.
Turgid as adjective. Inflated or bombastic, especially in language or style. Swollen or distended, especially due to fluid or gas. The writer's prose was often criticized for being turgid and overly complex. The politician's speech was full of turgid language and empty promises. The academic paper was turgid and difficult to follow. The artist's paintings were criticized for being turgid and lacking in originality. The music was turgid and uninspired, lacking any real passion or emotion.
Pejorative as adjective. Derogatory or insulting in nature. Used to demean or criticize. Intended to belittle, disparage, or show disrespect to a person or group. The word retarded is now considered pejorative and offensive. He used a pejorative term to describe his opponent's position. The article contains several pejorative comments about immigrants. The comedian's jokes were often pejorative towards women and minorities. The politician was criticized for using pejorative language in his speeches. Capricious as adjective. Given to sudden and unaccountable changes of mood or behavior. Impulsive and unpredictable. The artist's style was described as capricious, with no consistent theme or pattern. The boss was known for her capricious nature, often changing her mind without any clear reason. The stock market can be a capricious beast, fluctuating wildly with little warning. The cat was known for its capricious behavior, sometimes affectionate and sometimes aloof. The weather in this area can be capricious, with sudden rain showers and unexpected heat waves. Tempered as adjective. Having a particular temperament, disposition, or character. Treated or strengthened by heating and then cooling. The artist used a tempered palette to create a cohesive color scheme. The tempered glass was less likely to shatter upon impact. His tempered response showed that he was able to control his emotions. The chef used a tempered knife for precision cutting. The tempered steel was strong and durable.
Mordant as adjective. It can refer to a person who is prone to making cutting or biting remarks or criticisms. Describe something that is caustic, biting, or sarcastic in tone or nature. The comedian's mordant humor made the audience uncomfortable. The writer's mordant wit made his book a bestseller. The critic's mordant reviews were feared by the movie industry. The politician's mordant remarks caused controversy and backlash. The teacher's mordant sarcasm discouraged his students.
Savvy as adjective. Knowledgeable, experienced, or well-informed, often implying a shrewdness or astuteness in dealing with things. Possessing practical knowledge, understanding, or common sense, especially in a specific area or situation. He was a savvy investor, always making informed decisions. Her savvy understanding of the market trends led to profitable ventures. The savvy entrepreneur knew how to capitalize on emerging opportunities. The team's savvy approach to problem-solving improved overall efficiency. His tech-savvy nature made him the go-to person for IT-related issues. Implacable as adjective. Incapable of being pacified or appeased. Unyielding. Unforgiving or unrelenting in attitude or behavior. The terrorist group was an implacable enemy of the government, and negotiations were not possible. The victim's family was implacable in their demand for justice and refused any settlement offers. The coach was implacable in his standards, pushing his team to achieve their best performance. The dictator's implacable regime suppressed any dissent or opposition ruthlessly. The disease was an implacable force that ravaged the population, despite efforts to contain it. Fecund as adjective. Abundant or productive in producing growth, ideas, or creative works. Highly fertile, productive, or fertile in producing abundant growth or offspring. The fecund soil of the valley made it an ideal location for farming. The artist's fecund imagination allowed her to create new and exciting works of art. The scientist's research led to a fecund period of discovery in the field of biology. The author's fecund prose produced several best-selling novels. The musician's fecund creativity led to a prolific output of albums. Benign as adjective. Having a kindly disposition, favorable, kind and gentle, not harmful or malignant. The doctor assured the patient that the tumor was benign, meaning that it was non-cancerous and not a threat to their health. The dog's behavior was benign, indicating that it was friendly and not likely to bite or attack anyone. The professor's criticism was benign, meaning that it was constructive and meant to help the student improve, rather than being harsh or damaging. The virus was benign, meaning that it did not cause serious illness or harm to those who contracted it. The plant was a benign species, meaning that it did not pose a threat to other plants or animals in the ecosystem. Recondite as adjective. Hard to understand, obscure or esoteric. The language in the legal contract was recondite, making it hard for the average person to comprehend. The book delved into recondite topics like quantum physics and relativity. The artist's work was considered recondite by some critics who found it difficult to understand. The philosopher's theories were too recondite for most people who preferred simpler explanations. The professor's lectures were often recondite, with complex ideas and terminology. Punctilious as adjective. Observing or adhering strictly to formal rules, customs, or etiquette. Paying close attention to detail, especially in matters of etiquette or protocol. The punctilious teacher was strict about grammar and punctuation in their students' writing. The punctilious chef was known for their attention to detail in the kitchen. The punctilious accountant was meticulous about tracking every penny of their clients' finances. The punctilious editor was known for catching even the smallest errors in their writer's work. The punctilious event planner made sure that every detail of the party was perfect. Ready to boost your English? Meet our vocabulary app, the fun and effective way to master the language. Books learn advanced words with examples and audio. Direct hit master idioms, proverbs, and phrasal verbs. Video game enjoy quizzes, flashcards, and pronunciation tests. Glow showing Europe, Africa translate into 100+ languages, all in one app. Did you learn new words? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Download now and start your journey to vocabulary mastery.